Sweden, land of majestic fjords, minimalist furniture, and an almost mythical social safety net. A place where modern design meets ancient landscapes, creating a unique blend of the old and the new. It's a nation that consistently ranks high on global happiness surveys. Families thrive, communities are strong, and the quality of life is envied worldwide. But this Scandinavian paradise harbors a secret, a historical paradox that might surprise you. Beneath the surface of this serene and progressive society lies a complex and tumultuous past. Sweden, once a fearsome military power that dominated Northern Europe, experienced a slow, steady decline. The Viking warriors who once struck fear into the hearts of their enemies gradually faded into history. How did this empire of Vikings and innovators fade from the world stage? What were the forces at play that led to such a transformation? Let's unravel this enigma together. The story of Sweden's decline is a tapestry woven with threads of political intrigue, economic shifts, and social changes. The story of Sweden's decline isn't a dramatic fall from grace. No single catastrophic event to point a finger at. Instead, it's a series of subtle, almost imperceptible changes that accumulated over time. Instead, it's a slow, almost imperceptible slide, like sand slipping through your fingers. Each grain representing a moment in history, a decision, a change in leadership, or a shift in societal values. To truly understand it, we need to journey back in time, to the days of conquering kings and fearsome fleets. We must explore the ambitions and dreams of those who once sought to expand Sweden's influence far and wide. We must delve into the heart of Swedish history, uncovering the people, places, and events that shaped this intriguing nation's fate. From the rise of powerful monarchs to the impact of wars and treaties, every element played a role in the gradual transformation of Sweden from a Viking powerhouse to the peaceful nation we know today. Our story begins with the Vikings, those intrepid seafarers who terrorized coastal Europe. These fierce warriors and explorers set sail from the Scandinavian peninsula, navigating treacherous waters and raiding distant shores. Their longships, marvels of engineering, allowed them to travel vast distances, from the British Isles to the coasts of North Africa. These weren't just barbarians with horned helmets. The Vikings were also masterful traders and skilled navigators, using the stars and primitive compasses to chart their courses. They established extensive trading routes that connected them with the Byzantine Empire, the Islamic Caliphates, and beyond. They were skilled navigators, traders, and warriors who established the foundations of Swedish power. Their legacy is etched into the very fabric of Swedish history, influencing its culture, language, and societal structures. Fast forward a few centuries, and we meet figures like Gustav Vasa, the king who broke Sweden free from Danish control and embraced the Protestant Reformation. His reign marked the beginning of modern Sweden, as he centralized power and reformed the church, laying the groundwork for a unified nation. His descendants, rulers like Gustavus Adolphus, forged a military machine that made Sweden a force to be reckoned with in the 30 Years' War. Known as the Lion of the North, Gustavus Adolphus revolutionized military tactics and led his troops to numerous victories, expanding Swedish influence across Europe. But power, as they say, is a fickle mistress. The Swedish Empire, at its zenith, controlled vast territories, but maintaining such an empire proved challenging. The reign of Charles XIV, a brilliant but reckless military leader, marked a turning point. His ambitious campaigns stretched Sweden's resources thin and led to numerous conflicts. His ambitions led Sweden into disastrous conflicts, most notably the Great Northern War against Russia. This prolonged and brutal war drained Sweden's resources and manpower, leading to significant territorial losses. This conflict, a clash of titans, drained Swedish resources and ultimately shattered its imperial dreams. The once mighty Swedish Empire was reduced, and its influence waned significantly. From then on, Sweden's influence waned, its kings replaced by a more democratic system, its military might a shadow of its former self. The transition from a powerful monarchy to a democratic nation was gradual but transformative, shaping the modern, peaceful Sweden we know today. The decline wasn't simply about losing wars, it was a complex interplay of various factors that led to Sweden's gradual shift in power and influence. It was a gradual shift, a transformation as profound as the changing seasons. The ebb and flow of time brought about significant changes in the nation's priorities and strategies. As Sweden's military ambitions faded, a new kind of power emerged: economic might. The country began to focus on building a robust economy, leveraging its industrial capabilities. The Industrial Revolution swept across Europe, leaving its mark on Sweden as well. The advent of new technologies and industrial processes transformed the Swedish landscape. But unlike other nations that embraced industrialization wholeheartedly, Sweden took a different path. It chose to specialize in certain sectors rather than diversifying its industrial base. It focused on niche industries, like timber and iron ore, relying on its natural resources. These industries became the backbone of the Swedish economy, driving growth and development. This strategy brought prosperity, but it also made Sweden vulnerable to the fluctuations of the global market. The nation's economic stability was often at the mercy of international demand and prices. Moreover, the rise of new global powers, particularly the United States, further diminished Sweden's standing on the world stage. The global balance of power shifted, and Sweden had to adapt to a new reality. The once mighty Lion of the North had become a more passive player, content with its neutrality and social progress. Sweden's focus shifted towards building a peaceful and progressive society, prioritizing welfare and social reforms over military might.